Why violence escalates in our society? Why does violence seem to grow bigger and bigger once it starts? A fight in the street becomes a riot. A quarrel at home becomes abuse. A protest becomes a war zone. Violence rarely stays small, it escalates. Today, we are going to break down why that happens and more importantly, what we can do to stop it. Violence often begins with a single incident, maybe anger, injustice, or retaliation. But human beings tend to mirror aggression. If I shout at you, you shout at me back. You shout at me back louder. If someone attacks, the natural response is to defend and sometimes over defend. Psychologists call this the cycle of violence. Hurt people often hurt others. Example, in some communities, one violent robbery leads to vigilantes retaliating, which spark even more violence from the gangs. What are the roots? What are the root triggers of this? There are unmet needs and poverty. When people lack food, jobs or shelter, frustration grows. Violence becomes a desperate way to claim dignity or survival. Injustice and weak institutions. If courts and police don't protect victims, people take matters into their own hands. What begins as self-defense can go into mob justice. Cultural and social pressure. Some traditions normalize eating a wife, beating children, or settling disputes with fists. That acceptance allows violence to grow unchecked. There's also misinformation and hate speech rumors, especially on social media. It can spark massive escalation. One false story can turn neighbors against each other overnight. Why it grows fast? Fear spreads faster than facts. If one violent event happen, everyone assumes they must strike first to survive. Revenge becomes personal. Families avenge loved ones. Clans avenge insults. Political groups avenge losses. Children learn by example. Growing up in violent homes or communities makes the next generation more likely to use violence. Silence allows it. When communities stay silent, when they stay quiet, perpetrators gain power. In Nigeria, Katsina State, one attack on a mosque didn't end there. It led to reprisal, village burned, and dozens of deaths. That's escalation in action. Breaking the escalation early, the intervention. You have to address conflict while they are still small. Mediation, dialogue, or counseling can stop escalation. Community engagement, like empowering the youth with jobs, mentorship and purpose, so they can turn frustration they can so they don't turn frustration into violence. Justice and accountability. If criminals face justice, others are less likely to retaliate. Education. Teach conflict resolution in schools and homes. Violence should never be the first language we learn. Violence escalates because pain is contagious, but so is peace. If one violent act can spread through a whole community, imagine what one act of peace could do. Let's choose to break the cycle, starting with ourselves, our home, and our neighbors. Because a world without violence isn't built in one day, but it can begin with one choice today. If this message speaks to you, kindly share this video, subscribe to Quit Violence International and let's build peace together.